I do volunteer work for a breed-specific dog rescue, above and beyond English setter rescue. And about a year ago, I got an urgent message. Could I go pick up a dog that was currently in Reading and temporary foster? And I said something to Kim, and we're foster losers. Any dog that enters our house never leaves. But she reluctantly agreed. This dog came from a foster home in Minnesota. An elderly couple had adopted in Reading, and the husband was sick, and the wife couldn't take care of him. This was a high-energy dog, English setter. They're cousins of Irish setters, lots of energy. So I agreed, and I drove over to Reading on a weeknight, met this lady at her house, which was in Shillington, just outside of Reading. She knew the vet, and the vet, she worked a deal with the vet where she kenneled the dog. At the vet, he had been in a kennel for 2 weeks. We go into the vet, and I hear this dog just barking, barking, barking. I'm thinking to myself, that can't be the dog I'm picking up. It was. This poor guy was locked in this small kennel. This is a 50-pound dog. I'm sitting there forever, but they bring the dog out, and he's going crazy. He's full of energy. He's been penned up for 2 weeks. And she says, oh, he's high energy. And I take the leash and take him out, and he's pulling me super strong. Put him in the car. We start driving back to her place, and this is around rush hour in Reading. The traffic's horrible. And she said something weird to me. She goes, you can just pull up to the curb and don't go in the driveway. I'm like, oh, no, I'll pull up in the driveway. I'll let you out, and, you can say goodbye. No, she insisted. Well, I pull up to the curb, and she did. I never saw a 70-some-old lady get out of a car so fast. It's like she was riding with Jeffrey Dahmer or something. I don't know. But she was out of that car fast, and as soon as she closed the door, I figured out why. This dog has severe separation anxiety. He starts crying and just flipping out in the car. He was already attached to her. I drove about a block. I had to stop because there was too much going on in the car. I couldn't drive. I get him calmed down a little bit. He's up in the front seat beside me, and we take off. And he starts calming down after about 10 minutes of driving. We get him home. And he spent the first week there with us, and I thought, well, I'm going to take him mountain biking with me after a week. I didn't know him real well yet, so I kept him on the leash. We went up to Rocky Ridge. We're up there, and not even 300 yards in, a deer runs in front of us. The dog takes off, pulls me over. There's a reason they call it Rocky Ridge, and my head found one of them. I always wear a helmet, though. But I was a little dazed. I get up. I don't have the leash around my hand anymore. He slipped the leash off my hand. He's chasing a deer. I could see him. I take off running. I know darn well I'm not going to catch him. I'm sure you can tell by my build. I'm not a super fast runner. Well, I lost contact with him. I ran from the top of Rocky Ridge the whole way down to Drook Valley Road. More running than I had done in the past 5 years total. The landowners down there, anyone I saw, I'm knocking on doors. Hey, I lost this dog. I don't even have pictures of him yet. He's a white English setter. I run back up to the top of the hill. My bike's still laying beside the trail, $5,000 mountain bike, just laying there in the woods. I go up, I grab my bike, and I'm thinking, all right, I've got to get my head together, and all kinds of things are going through my head, like, oh my God, what's the rescue going to think? I lost a freaking dog. This has probably never happened before. So I thought, well, I'm going to take off my bike and shoes, get on my hiking boots, call my friends that live in the area. We're going to organize a search party. We're going to find this dog. I got to find this dog. It's not even my dog. I'm watching it. I'm taking care of it. I'm supposed to be anyway. So I go back to the parking lot. Charlie's sitting beside the car. The guy goes, is that your dog? I'm like, yeah. He goes, he's been there for like 15 minutes. He goes, did you lose him? I'm like, yeah. He's just sitting there waiting. I lost Charlie that day, but he found a home. At that moment, I decided I'm going to adopt that dog. Of course, I didn't clear that with Kim, the wife. I filled out the adoption papers. And I paid for it right away. Still didn't clear it with her. Just want to let him grow on her a little bit. And he did. But we still have Charlie today, obviously. I'm in touch with his foster parent from Minnesota. And he got lost, but he got found because we bonded that day.